What's going on, guys? So, we have some more Call of Duty stuff. I've been banging out Hightail, so I've not been keeping up to date too much with it, but there's some hilarious stuff going on in the COD world from what I've seen, and I have done a little bit of research today, so we're going to jump straight in. I'm not going to waste any time. We have got one of the funny announcements, which I did make a video on this, but I'm going to, well, I kind of added it into a video, but whatever, we're going to cover it. There was the January Winter Open from eSub LAN event in the UK, which was a local event, which we were meant to go to. Glad we didn't, but obviously we don't play, we don't compete anymore. But let me just get to the point of why I'm bringing this up. Mid-LAN match, some guy who apparently has been doing the same in the challenges of games, in challenges, called Roblox Gamer, has been joining LAN matches mid-game, and also joining challenger level matches and forcing restarts, just killing people, doing stupid stuff, trolling, and apparently he has a dev kit or something, so they can't get him out the game, right? And it's just not possible to stop it. So, why am I bringing this up? I put a tweet out instantly saying, if this doesn't show you the state of the COD scene, I don't know what will. It's a joke, it's laughable, and loads of people are laughing about it, liking the tweet, saying the same thing. And it is a fact. Like, I'm going to hate to say back in my day, but back in my day, it was on console where it was actual LAN, and that was not possible. Because it's on PC, it's still connected to the internet. It's not actual LAN. So it still makes this kind of stuff possible. Now, that is only the tip of the iceberg. If you're going to, like, the anti-cheat's still, like, not good. And the reason for this, I actually didn't contemplate this, so I watched T-Dog Smitty's video, and he brought something up which I have thought about in a way, but not how he said it. The anti-cheat. I never really ran into anyone on Black Ops 7 as such, apart from 1, 2, or 3 people. That was it over the space of like a month. However, the lack of players would explain there's not enough interest in hackers. Look at Arc Raiders, who has an unbelievable amount of players right now, and they've got a hacking problem, because there's so many people interested in playing and probably hacking. COD doesn't have that anymore, because there's not enough players. Okay? So it's ironic, but my whole point of this is console was good for many reasons, right? It was more efficient for obviously setting things up. It was more economy. It was better for the economy base of whatever your finances, whatever you want to call it, where people could buy consoles for the events and rent them and stuff instead of having to spend thousands on PCs that can run the latest games and stuff. But the main thing was exactly what we've talked about, cheating, which we've said for the last few years. It's been on PC since Cold War. Call of Duty Competitive has been on PC since Cold War. And hackers have run rampant ever since. And there has to be a point where people say, okay, console, bro, you got 120 frames. And if anyone is sat there stupid enough to say, oh, but it doesn't look as good, in a competitive setting, that does not matter. If anything, that's more fair and more competitive because you're all on the exact same stuff. It's not based on what rig you've got where you can have all these fancy stuff on, like myself who has like a really high-end PC. So, fairness, it should be on console, 100%. But I just don't get why we're still having LAN events that are on PC. It costs more, it doesn't work, there's hackers, there's cheaters, there's more broken shit going on. How many times in the CDL era have we had events that have run and they've had to have breaks because there's a PC issue or there's something wrong with the computer or setup or whatever, peripheral hardware? It's all the time. We never had that back in the day. It was very rare because console's reliable and it worked. So we need to go back to that. I've said this for years and years now, and it's just stupidity for the reason we won't. People are like, oh, we want higher frames. Everyone on 120 frames is fine. Anyone that says you need more than 120 frames, you're stupid. Simple as. Sorry to say, not really, but it's fact. Simple as. On to the next problem, right? What matters over the next few months with Call of Duty? The player base is dead. Completely dead. No one cares. It's shit. They're going to be doing some announcements over the next few months about Modern Warfare 4, because they're going to have to. What matters next is how they are going to change what they've started. They've been working on Modern Warfare 4 probably for a year or so now. They're going to have to double down and either release Modern Warfare 4 like MW2 and completely kill it, or actually listen for the first time ever, realizing how low the sales are, and make a good game, which isn't going to happen. Regardless, the first bits of information that are official that get leaked, which is usually around about, I think April, May time, maybe even March, it just depends. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they did it in January, February, because of how bad Black Ops 7 is. It's going to be very important seeing any kind of info we can to see if they've made changes, to see if they've actually listened, to see if they're keeping the changes from Black Ops 7 with the skill-based matchmaking, whatever, if you believe that, you know, you get what I mean. It's going to be very, very important for every single person that wants to play COD, and quite frankly, at this point, just go play a different game, because the reality of the situation is you are paying £70, dollars, francs, euros, whatever, Canadian dollars, to go and have a game that manipulates your matchmaking, which we all know. But on top of that, they're trying to use the system of it's a free-to-play game, even though it's not, it's a $70 game, but free-to-play games have that and then rely on microtransactions of the skins and stuff. They're trying to do that, but still keeping the $70 price tag. So you're paying to get shit on, basically, have your matchmaking manipulated. And let's be real, you paid for a campaign that was the worst campaign probably in any story or campaign in history. And also, the multiplayer still not as good as it should have been, simple as. So, just go play a different game, because, you know, I upload footage of Black Ops 7, no one wants to see that. I see comments on other people's Black Ops 7 footage, I don't want to watch this shit, can you upload something else? So that's why I do other stuff with XDefiant, with old school COD videos in the background, because people actually enjoy watching that, not the slop that we have today. There's so many things that are going to probably stay the same with Modern Warfare 4 for Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to be the big problem. I saw someone in a comments on, it might have been T-Dog's video, I'm not sure, saying like, because T-Dog made a point earlier on about the FOV situation. Now, I've said this for years. I don't like the fact people can play on 120 FOV. It looks disgusting. And I think, from a competitive standpoint especially, everyone should be on the same FOV like it was back in the day. You're making it, in a competitive setting, the most fair thing possible, right? And I agree, it makes the game feel faster. The game's rapid anyway, but it should be capped to like World War II was on PC, which is 90 apparently. Have it at 90 or maybe 100 max, and have everyone on the same, so you can't crank it ridiculous and make it look stupid. But also, slow the game down. Like, there's just these basic changes that I think COD has just forgot its identity completely, and it's not COD anymore. I've said this for years now. It changes because of what's trending. So we've got an extraction shooter craze going on at the minute with Arc Raiders and Marathon and all this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if COD tries to do something like that, because they know they get money from it. And it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Like, stick to what you want to do. Make the game that everyone loves, and stop making shit. Like, the game is arse. The product's been arse, realistically, for years now, right? I mean, even the Silver era, I guess you call it. Like, you know, I liked Black Ops 4 and World War 2. I hated IW at the time, but they were not as good as, you know, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, COD 4, like, even BO3. Like, the quality went down massively, and then now, it's even more. It's gone downhill even more. It's crazy. So, just stop. Just stop, okay? But I've got some good news. I announced this the other day as well. I've been working behind the scenes. I'm working on my own platform, website, powered by Hammer, obviously, Hammer Gaming. And it is a Black Ops 2, a full competitive season. It'll span across probably 8 to 10 months, 6 months, whatever. We're working on the website where you can play on a ladder with 2s and 4s teams. You can get a rank, you can challenge people, things like that. And we're going to have a full season with a league, with tournaments, with a championship, with casters and commentators, with pre-show interviews, pre-show matches, all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm basically trying to refill that MLG feeling in the CWL days and stuff. Now, it is only on Xbox 360, Xbox One, Series S, X, and the handheld ROG. It's not going to be on PC or Game Pass or anything. Strictly on console, as it should be. More info will follow. I want to try and get the website fully finished, ready to go by February. So if you are interested in playing some Black Ops 2 competitively, like the good old days, then be prepared for that. And the rules, I've tried to keep it sort of similar to what it was back in the day, where you could have loads of mad things, but without the stupidity ones, like no sentry guns in competitive, obviously, but you can still get a Wraith. Is it called a Wraith, the chopper gunner sort of thing, the AC-130 thing? You can get all this. You can run one shotgun, which is a pump action, because it's circumstantial, and back in the day it was allowed, which I still agree with. And yeah, I've tried to keep the rules as OG as possible. And there is a point system. So when you play in the league and stuff, you will get points. Same with the tournaments. There's prize money. There's all sorts. And I want to just I've always tried to do like what I could for the community, especially competitively. So that's what I want to do, and I want to compete myself. I want to compete on Black Ops 2 again. So a lot of things going into it, but obviously we're in early days right now. We're still, I'd say, halfway done on getting this finished. So if you like what you hear, don't forget to drop a like and a sub. And also, as far as modern COD, just fuck it off. It's shit. Simple as. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like and a sub if you are new. As always, it helps out a ton. Jesus, that gets harder to say every time. And I will catch you in the next one.